Hi, my name's Robert Zaremba. I'm here with you with Santa Cruz Rocks the Vote. I want to leave a message with everybody out there today to tell them to get out there and vote this year. Every vote counts, and I want to let you also know to not feel compelled to vote for the lesser of two evils. You must remember, if you vote for the lesser of two evils, you are still voting for evil. I'd like every single one of you to get out there and make sure you research your candidates and research the issues and vote for the candidate that most represents your values and beliefs. Thank you. Enjoy your voting season this year, folks. Thank you. Happy voting, everyone.
All right, Santa Cruz Rock the Vote. It's a great idea to vote, even if it doesn't really work sometimes because the system's kind of corrupt and it's all, we need to figure out what we're going to do with how we fund our campaigns for politicians who basically vote in the ways of the corporate institution of things. Okay, I can go on and on. Okay, I will go on and on. There's a lot of diebold manipulation of the voting, so you have to be aware of that all the voting corruption going on with the computers. It is a reality. You can learn to research this and go and find news that tell you more about how they are basically fixing the system and there's many ways that they're doing it. So getting out and vote is very important. It's a good thing if it works. If we do it in mass, it'll tend to, maybe we'll take it more seriously. Maybe there's ways that we can better getting people registered so they will go out and vote. Now, when they get to the voting booths, there's something that'll, let's give them a buffet. Let's do something. They can have a sex. I don't care. Anything to get them into the voting booth to vote. And then if you know who you're voting for and why you're voting for the things you're voting for, that also helps. So do all these things and get involved with the voting process. We can see the problems that are involved in the voting. So being a part of it and being a part of the change so we can fix it is important. And the beginning of that is you just getting out and participating, and that's you voting. It's a good day that we can actually make the voting system work in this country someday, and that we can actually have real democracy and kind of not what's going on right now. So getting out and being involved is important. Getting out and voting is important. And know why you're voting. That's very important. I've been Terry Lee Martin. I do a show here on the Saturday nights at 6:30. And I also am a KPIG DJ on the overnights. I'm Martin on KPIG. It's great to have talked with you and be involved in the system and Santa Cruz Rock the Vote. Thank you, Sandra Lee, for the opportunity. Go.
Hello, America. This is Chris, Craig, and Alec from the Crimosian Danglers. Sorry Alan couldn't be here right now, but he says Cowabunga from Hawaii. We're here right now to talk to you about the importance of voting. And take it from us, being dangled is no fun when you don't approve of the one holding the strings. That's why we're here, to tell you that it's important to vote and to get out there and choose America's next leader.
Voting is the cornerstone of our democracy and paramount to the freedoms we have been granted through the Constitution from our founding fathers.
Just like our music, we need you to get out there and be heard. Without the involvement of the people, this country ceases to be a democracy, and that is not a future I think any of us want. The future of our country is at stake in this election. Healthcare, the current economic crisis, the occupation of Iraq, and the environment, and how we are viewed in the eyes of the world, all hang in the balance, and you have a chance to get out there and change history.
Hey Alec, are you gonna vote this fall?
Well, I haven't registered yet. How can I be sure that it will make a difference?
Well, let us show you how.
Did you know that in 1839, Marcus Morton defeated Edward Everett for the governor of Massachusetts by one vote?
One vote, really?
Yeah, that's how important it is to vote, because you alone have the power to make a big difference in your country's future.
And if you've heard of Kevin Costner's new movie, you might know that this year's presidential election is going to come down to one vote, most likely.
It's true, I heard it.
So, and even all the cool people are voting too, Alec. Like
George Clooney, Ted Nugent, they're all voting.
Flavor Flav, that crazy guy with the beard from the OxyClean commercials, they're all voting.
Yeah, and I heard George Bush, even he might vote this year.
Wow, sounds like voting's for me. I'm gonna register right now.
Yeah, you should.
And we need you to register too and go out and be heard.
And you need to make history, America.
Santa Cruz rocks the votes.
Hey boys and girls, Spilly Chili here, and it's that time to elect somebody to be in charge of our country. And you know what? I know I'm preaching to the choir when I talk to you guys here in Santa Cruz because you're really informed. You know the Trade Center was blew up by the Bush family. You know it's a crock of you-know-what going on with the financial system. They created it and now they're bailing themselves out instead of helping the people. Give everybody $20,000 and let them pay their bills. We won't have this problem. End of story. Behind our backs right now, the Bush regime and the bankers have created a new American Union. Canada, Mexico, and the United States are now going to be one centralized bank, and we're all going to have currency called the Ameros. Wake up, people. It's time to elect me, King. That's right, King of the Ameros. I want my face on that dollar bill. King, Spilly Chili, King of the Ameros. And if you don't go out and vote, it could just happen. So please, people, go out and vote. Vote for somebody, use your conscience. I don't think we got anybody in the two-head parties. It'd be really good if Santa Cruz can make a statement to the rest of the world that there are other people, even though they're not getting coverage. Nader's there. You know what? It ain't such a bad deal this time. I think he's the only one that's talking straight. And you know what? Mainstream's cut him off completely. He doesn't have a chance. We need to make a statement here. I know it isn't going to matter, but please, Santa Cruz, wake up. It's time that somebody makes a stand here and says, enough of this crap. We've got to do the right thing. Thank you so much for giving me this chance. Go out and vote.
Hey, hi, my name is Jazelle, and it's so great to be here on Santa Cruz Rocks the Vote, because it's so important to get out and vote, right? And we're all going to do it this year, and we're going to really make great changes. It's so good. I have a song in the background called Cover Up, and it's all about corporations making out with so much in our society, right? So we've got it, like in our election, we have corporations like really panning out who they're going to have as a president. So I'm really cautious. I think it's so fantastic we have a black man as running for president, right? It's so fantastic. However, we've got to be cautious because he has already, it seems like, wanting to bail out, companies and allowing Halbert and everybody else, he wants them to go in and make out on this war in Iraq. So we have to, no matter black, red, brown, purple, we have to hold everybody accountable and not just look at the color of the skin. And again, I think it's great we have someone in there, but we have to really start, being careful and asking questions right now about this. And also, what's really important this year, the cover-up of the whole LBAM issue, it's still on the table, people. It is not over. People can come into your yards, and if you don't let them come in and spray, they're not going to spray us aerially, but they're going to spray on your yards, and if you don't let them, they're going to get a warrant for your arrest, they say. So we have a huge local problem here, so vote for those officials that are really going to, make a stand on this and not just pretend like it's over. How much money did the, Sotera make off of spraying us? And there's been so many people that have been hurt. I did the documentary where 10,000 people have seen it on YouTube called True Accounts of the Alabama Aerial Spraying. A lot of people got hurt. And I don't want a lot of people to get hurt from people coming in your yards and spraying for this thing that there's not even really damage. It goes back to trade issues, and that's why we have to hold everybody accountable and look for the officials that are on your ballot. See what they're going to be doing to make a change in this issue. And let's get out and rock the vote, Santa Cruz. Thank you.
Hi, we're Solarin! And this year it's so important to vote that I believe everyone should get out there. Just last week, 1,100 people rushed into Kansas City, became naturalized citizens of the United States, and several of them were interviewed why they became citizens this year. And this was the largest outpouring that Kansas had ever had. They actually had to bring in people from other parts of the county to handle this massive amount of people that decided to become citizens. And Several of them who were interviewed, one in particular, a German woman who had been here for 9 years, had said that the reason why she had become a citizen this year was to participate in this incredibly monumental election, because this election of all years really comes down to your decision and what it is that you can do to make a difference for your country. So if you think about it, all these people from other countries are coming in now to create a better future for you and for our children, so why not exercise the right that you have to begin with, which is to vote. Voice your opinion, because this year, more than anything else, it matters.
Use your voice. Your voice counts.
Understand, the next person that you vote for is going to be your president, and the person by their side is going to be their vice president. Understand them both. Understand your president, understand your next vice president before you hit the polls.
Solarin says, rock the vote!
Santa Cruz rocks the vote. That's right, man. We're doing rocks the vote tonight here. And I want to tell you right now that a vote for a demo rat or a rip off all you can is useless, man. This voting don't work in this country. The Federal Reserve Bank is a private organization, prints our money, charges its interest to use it, and their biggest product is war. What's in your wallet? So you don't want to vote for a Republican or a Democrat, because nothing changes when you vote for them. They get their money from the same hat. If you want to change our country, we need to vote for somebody else, one of them other guys, and not those guys. So if you want to dare the truth, watch ZitGeistMovie.com before you vote. Rock the vote. Well, my name is Bobby, and I'm going to vote. But don't you vote for no Republican or Democrat, because nothing will change, I know. We've been voting for them for a lifetime, and we're still in debt. Well, I want you to vote for Bobby or for somebody else. Well, a vote for me is a vote for THC, and I'll put some in everybody's pot, yes sirree. Everything natural is illegal, they say. Well, we're going to change all that stuff, and we're going to get rid of the Repub up all you cans and the Democrats and rats. Yes, we are. So rock the vote. Remember, when you go, don't vote for them fools. That's all you know. Peace out.
Hi Santa Cruz, my name is Megan and I'm with the Play Naked Band, and we're here to rock the vote, and you should too. Voter registration goes on until October 20th, so make sure you get out there and register. It's a lot easier than you think it is, I promise. We all need to get out there, we all need to do our research, we need to figure out who the candidates are and what they stand for, and then vote your heart. With all the little drops in the buckets that we all are, we can make a big splash. Rock the vote!
If you think voting doesn't matter, try telling that to the millions of people around the world who have no say because they can't vote. You can, and it does matter. If only 269 votes had gone the other way in Florida, then Gore would have been elected instead of Bush, and tell me that wouldn't have made a difference. Voting is the foundation of democracy. People have fought many hardships to bring that right to women, African Americans, and others. Millions around the world can't vote, but you can. Register and vote. Your vote is your voice.
Hi. We've been going on an insane route the last several years, and it's time to make a change, so please, please get out there and vote. Rock it!
What they said, and remember, it's not just getting out there and voting, which is very important, but we also all need to be aware of who's counting the votes and who's making the machinery that's counting the votes. And we have an issue now with, there's companies like Diebold. They changed their name, Diebold, because they had such a bad reputation for security. I think they became Premier Election Systems. And then there's Sequoia, which is owned by Hugo Chavez. Well, it's owned by Venezuelan interests, and I happen to like Hugo Chavez, but these are programs that nobody gets to look at the source code. So who knows what's going on behind the curtains? And there's been some very strange things, like a county in Florida that had a negative vote count in 2000 for a Democratic candidate. So If you want to be more aware about what's going on with that, go check out blackboxvoting.org or watch the very good documentary called Hacking Democracy. But whatever you do, get out there, vote. Of course, to vote, you have to register first. Thanks. Rock the vote!
Rock the vote, Santa Cruz!